Hey guys, it's Josh here. Today we're going to be talking about Volvo Penta wiring harness issues. So if you have a Volvo Penta with a stern drive Volvo Penta, they have diodes in the harness. So some of these issues, what you might be having is that you might not be able to get your fuel pump to run, and that could be caused by a bad alternator not powering your actual fuel pump, because I'll explain this in a bit. And other ones are you start the boat up and your starter keeps going, and then you shut off your key and it will not shut off the motor. Your starter keeps cranking and the motor keeps running. So what you got to go do is pull off your power wire going to your coil to shut the motor off. So I'll explain why this happens, and we're going to explain how to fix it. So we're going to start by looking at a Volvo wiring diagram. This is pretty well the same. This is a 4.3 GL that we're working on, but the whole diode concept, even on bigger motors and stuff, are all the same. So we'll look at that now, and I'll try and explain it the best I can. Alright, so I'll try not to make this too confusing, but anyways, so your alternator powers your fuel pump when it is running, because your alternator is not putting out voltage right away when it's cranking. So that fuel pump has to be powered somehow when you're cranking. So what Volvo did is your yellow and red is your start circuit. So when you turn your key on, it livens that up and it puts power right here on your yellow red circuit, and that also runs over here, goes through your one-way diode, and it powers your fuel pump while you're cranking. So while you're cranking, the power is coming through here and powering that fuel pump. So, and then once you let off cranking and the engine starts, the alternator takes over. So the alternator powers through this green wire here, which I have highlighted in orange. It comes across, goes through another diode there, goes through this way, and it actually powers your it goes through your relay and powers your yellow red circuit. So if in turn, if this diode is bad here, when your motor starts up and that alternator starts putting power out, it's gonna feed this fuel pump to stay on, and it's gonna backfeed through here if this diode's gone, and it's gonna go and make that turn, which is your starter. So your starter keeps running, and if your starter's running, if this circuit is livened up, there's your purple wire right here coming out of the other side of the starter, which goes to your coil to give it a full 12 volts during cranking for harder spark. So that's livened up also. So you turn off the key and the boat won't shut off because your starter is still running. It won't stop turning. And then, so you actually have to go and pull your wire off of your coil. So once you pull this off, the RPMs drop below running down to cranking speed, and then your starter will shut off because your alternator finally stops feeding power. So anyways, I tried to make that simple, so hopefully that's alright. And if this diode's gone, in my case it wasn't, but this apparently will when you crank it, it'll feed power to your alternator and it'll ruin your alternator, so I'm told. If I'm wrong on that one, correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's what happens. But in my case, it was this diode right here that's gone. So it's a little hard to find because it's on your yellow-red circuit, but if you notice between here and here, it's not a yellow-red wire anymore. It goes to a different color in there. So you either pull apart your whole wiring harness and find your diode in this wire, or you can leave that diode in there and just put another one in where you can access it. So that's what I did. So we're gonna show you now what I did. So first off, you're going to need diodes. These are one-way diodes. They let power go through on the white end of it, or the end with the line here, it lets power go through here, but it doesn't let it go back. So this is the way you want power to flow. You put that on that end. So you need these barrel diodes. They're like a 3 amp, just capable of 12 volts barrel blocking diode. Make sure you don't buy a rectifying diode, you want a blocking diode. So that's what you need. So come into your engine bay here. You're gonna have a cover. It's kind of, somebody's been in here and tore everything apart, so that's why all these relays and everything are hanging out. But there's usually a cover over this, so you can pull that off, and there will be a spot here with diodes in it, or with relays. So just find that. These ones are just hanging here for now because they got nothing to be attached to, because whoever was in here is messing with it. So what I did was I took my diode. So your yellow and red wire comes in. There's 2 of them here. Don't worry about the one that you can see going. That's just the one going to your fuel pump. But this one coming in here, as you've seen in the wiring diagram, it comes up here yellow and red. And then wherever the diode is, it changes over to an orange wire going up to your relay. So when I come in here, you're gonna see that this is orange and it goes back into the wiring harness down there. So somewhere in there is your diode. So I didn't have to tear any of that apart. I just cut the orange wire here. I used a heat shrink connector rather than soldering, and put the diode in because you want power to flow through this way. And then I just used another heat shrink connector against here to seal it up the best, and I sealed right to that and soldered it in. So now we're good to go. So the power can go through here when you're cranking. Come out here and feed your fuel pump, and then once it's shut off, or once you're done cranking, it comes off of your alternator here, goes through the wiring harness and goes through here, and then it runs into your yellow and red wire here and powers your fuel pump. But since this diode is good now, it can't back feed through here. So with it not back feeding through here, your starter won't run once this starts putting power out. Alright, with all that being said, thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you get your Volvo up and running. I hope you don't need a starter, and this fix cost only about $15 because you had to buy the bulk diodes. I mean, if you can buy an individual diode, it's going to cost you like $1. But $15 or so. I'm going to keep these because I am a mechanic and I'll probably use some in the future. So I'm going to mark this with Volvo on it, and hopefully I can fix more of these. But this should save you about $4,000 is what they want it for a wiring harness, because Volvo just says bolt on a new harness and it'll be fixed, which it will because there's good diodes in it. But this way you just make a quick snip. It takes you, if you know what you're doing, it's only going to take you 10 minutes to get in there, put that in, and you're going to be up and running again if you don't need a new starter. So by me making this video, I hope that I saved you a lot of money, and I hope that your boat's up and running fine. As always guys, thanks for watching, and please give the channel a like and a subscribe. If my videos interest you, please click on my channel and check out my other videos.